2D game. It's an RPG post-apocalyptic. I can't pronounce the word. You get the gist. We've got a 500 by 500 artboard here on Photoshop. You should be able to see that. Just gonna check. Because I know people have had issues with Photoshop, where you can't see it and stuff like that. I also found out why my last streams were all pixelated. It's because I was streaming to the Hong Kong servers, because Streamlabs OBS updated and set me to Hong Kong. Great. Okay, so this will be an item. So I need to design or think of an item for me to use. I'm just going to check chat. It says I'm live, but then nothing's coming up. Just going to check if Streamlabs is connected. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Now it says I'm live. Have to hit over the minute mark. Yep, you can see my screen. That's good to see. Cool. I need to turn off audio on there. There we go. Got a drawing tablet in front of me right now. Got my phone so I can read chat. Because I can't read chat like I would normally in this mod, because normally I'd only film about 1080p worth of the screen. 1080p. Because this is a large screen, it's 2K, so I need to scale it down. So you might find it difficult to see things. But yeah, let's start. So I'm thinking for first item, not a weapon, maybe a healing type thing. Different types of healing seems to be a good way to do it. Injections will be something we'll have to sort out. But the first thing I want to do is some kind of healing item. So I'm going to start working on that. Hello WR Gaming, how are you? Nice to see you here. Okay, so just more healing. I want to... First of all, let's get some... I can use multiple layers. I'm going to just use the normal shape tools to draw some outlines of what I'm looking for. I'm good, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna create a... I wish this measurement wasn't like that, but oh. Actually, I need to set up some grid lines first, so let's change that. View, new guide. I want a vertical one on 50%. And I want a horizontal one on 50%, just so I can keep track of where things go. This is something I always find the midpoint. Hope you're doing good, WR Gaming. Would you rather pronounce it like WR Gaming or WR Gaming? I don't know how you like things to be pronounced. Please do let me know. I'm not going to use the drawing pad just yet. It'll be done into sketches afterwards. I'm going to do multiple layers, and then the top one would be the final image. Well, the top couple. So let's create a folder down here. I want to name you sketch 1. WR is cool. Alright, cool. Solid lines. Put that in there. So I'm going to start by creating in the center here. Let's say from the center. Oh, that cool guy in chat. Alright, wherever you want. This is 500 by 500 pixels, so if I do 100 by... Let's make it longer than it is tall. I'm going to rotate it, it's going to be more of an injection, this one, so you can stab it into parts. So if I do like a 250, so it would be that's long. Okay, I need to change you down. Don't want to put text in, so let's not do that. So what are you up to today? WR or gaming? Oh, that cool guy in chat. I'll keep calling you cool guy in chat just for now. Says layer. Control T. This area. I want to turn it on a 45 degree. Expand you out slightly. This is just more or less construction lines for me from when we go into the real thing. Yeah, I think that looks quite nice. We get another rectangle. Put it like that. Let's go back in the rectangle controls and change this. I want to use the pen tool to remove an anchor point so I can get a nice triangle. Oh cool, I like forwarding quite a lot. Okay, great. I'm like, what? Hi Neve. Do you do a lot of forwarding, WR? Okay. How about if we... I'm trying to select this now. Let's just make this a nice easy 45. I'm alright, a little sick, but not too bad. What about you? I'm okay. Did you do a lot of photo editing WR gaming? Okay, my cat's being a little loud. Can I, how about not do that? Thank you. Just want to select this one, because I know it's not a rectangle, but for now... There we go. I'm trying to select it. Graphic design is quite a lot of fun. We have to do that at college. Hope you get better soon, Neve. Well, I kind of like mirror it. There's a way to put this to make it work. Let's bring it back. Takes time. Lots of it takes time, that's the thing. Let's put you in the minus. Thought I clicked minus there. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I used GIMP at college because they don't. Some of the computers don't have Photoshop, which is stupid. I can do some fine adjustments when I zoom in. Give me a second. Okay, I thought I was going to be like all sly and stuff, but clearly wasn't. There we go. Now we need maybe mess around with this triangle a bit. Pen. Okay, those definitely aren't in the middle, so let's try and get these in the middle. So let's combine these two. So it's really warm in my room right now, and it's like, because my computer's running, and it always gets really, really warm. It's horrible. So if we have the sketch a bit like this, maybe that needle could be a bit longer, but we can do that later on once we start actually designing this. This is how I do my work. It makes zero sense to a lot of people, but I find it works quite well for me. I like to make sketch lines and then work out from there. Everything at 45. Or minus 45 in this case. I should have put a line. I'm going to put a line through from corner to corner quickly, just so I can line stuff up. Should have zoomed out, but oh well. Great. Yeah, that isn't going to work. View. New guides. And not like that. God. Great. Yeah. Fair point. If it works for me, let's just leave it. This is starting to annoy me slightly. This will have two states, so I'll have to do two images, put them on the same thing, so I can do an animation. Maybe if we do a rounded one here, so it looks like it is slightly rounded, because it would be. That makes the most sense for it to be rounded slightly. So you don't catch your hand on it. Let's turn it 45. Not 15, 45. That was 46, 45. Okay, I didn't mean to pull it like that. There we go. So that's our basic layout. That kind of looks like you're going to do some icing with it though, doesn't it? So I'm going to be honest, this kind of sucks, there's no music. I might get music for next time if people are interested in that. because obviously this is going to be multiple streams. I'm not just going to make an entire game during this time. I'll be making assets, and also I'll be doing them off in my own time, posting them on Twitter for the, I'm just showing people kind of the process that you need for this part, and then when it gets to programming, I'll be more in depth, teaching people the little bits, like teaching people how to program, why you do it this way, why you don't do it other ways. You can do it other ways, but it might be inefficient or might not be useful. You've got to be efficient when programming, or it just gets really laggy. Teacher of mine who used to work for British Airways before the pack, I promise, said that how she once was hired by them to cut 0.3 seconds off the search time. Not make it 0.3 seconds, just cut it off. They wanted it more efficient, just. With big programs, 0.3 seconds can be a lot of lines. So, you do have to account for these things and think about it. Maybe a little window, you can use it multiple times. What do people think about that? Because I want people's inputs. Would you like the idea of being able to use an injection multiple times, and then you could set the amount of times depending on game mode? Hey, thanks for the follow, dude. I'll send you your rocket down in chat. So yeah, what would you think about that? If I was to have the injection depending on difficulty? Because I'm going to build a quick little colour palette over here of the colours I want to use during this. So if I wish I could bring that up bigger. I can. Slightly. So if we create like a... I want like a darkish but also slightly light. Like around about here. Let's add a little bit of pink to it as well. Maybe a bit of orange instead. Nah, the pink works a bit better. Square. Strokes using this colour. Let's do a 50 by 50. What type of game of it? It's going to be an RPG game, kind of Metroidvania style, that is going to be set off in a post-apocalyptic world. So it's not going to be like the normal post-apocalyptic world, like Fallout, where it's, oh, nuclear bomb dropped. It's going to be more, we kind of destroyed our planet, like what we're doing right now. And it's very hard to survive, and the very little resources we have are very hard to use and attain and look after, because people will be stealing it all the time. Think about it. Petrol's going up on the rise every single day. Diesel's going up. Petroleum, expensive as ever been. Oil is very expensive. The cracking and fracking process puts way too much carbon in our atmosphere. I like that kind of idea. But obviously everything's up to change still, so... Let's get like a nice little silver working. Slightly blue. I'd like it to be slightly blue because steel is got a slightly blue shine to it. A bit like that one. Just going to put these next to each other, and then that one I'm going to change the colour of back because I realised I messed it up. There is actually a... hang on. You can see all that. Doesn't matter. I'm going to post it on my Twitter again later on. I'm allowing people to vote on things like choices, so people have the most impact. I want people to be really invested in the ideas. I want people to like what they see, because I will be putting this on Steam, and it won't be for very much. It will just be for like a tiny amount of money, just so I can cover the cost of putting up there because it's about £500 to get it up there. Just to kind of back up the money, unless I do like a crowdfunding thing, because I want people to be able to play this. I don't want it to be expensive. I want it to be like at most £8. Like I want people to be able to just buy it. I want people to be happy with it. At least I might sell it. If people don't want me to sell it, then I won't. As simple as. It looks a bit brighter on my screen, but that might be just because of my stupidity. What the fuck? Control Z. Let's pick another colour for this one. Let's create a slightly darker blue to that. Go back into this. In fact, if I use... Where's the... That. If I darken it slightly. But also bringing out the blue slightly a bit. Like, if I have, like, over here. Like that. Yeah, that seems good. And then one more thing. You always use about 5 colours. That's what I kind of do. So I want some different colours now. Some darker, much darker colours. For like filling cracks and making it look a bit more weathered, a bit more worn. A bit like that one. One more. Let's get it put in. And obviously colours will be a mix as well. I just use these as a nice little swatch for myself. I know I can use the swatches up here, but with a drawing tablet, it's... Hang on, I'm gonna get... It's very hard to select which one you want and not be like in between two. Like it hurts my wrists for some reason, so I'm not gonna use it like that. Let's change the colour. That's my 4 colours I'm going to use, 5 colours I'm going to use primarily. There'll be differences, changes, everything, which I need to select these. I need to create a new folder and just call swatch. If I do that, do you go? Nice. Ooh, I'm going to rename you colors. Okay, I'm going to add primary colours to this, nothing too fancy just yet. So if I just get out my one of these, like that one. Just like paint. Oh shit. Use that. Okay. Obviously these are not final colours, these are just for me. In fact, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to duplicate group, adding colour, adding colours. That means I can like get rid of these if I want to, so I can add colour, then put back in the lines when I'm drawing, and then switch around. So let's rasterize all of these. We can go along. So this one is going to go into here. I want to make the tip. Hang on. We'll do that one. I want to make the tip look a bit more hardened, so we're going to use the darker one. Wrong size. This one. There we go. The handle's already coloured like I wanted it to be. I wanted it to make sense, the handle. Let's think about it. If they're all on rows, then yeah. Okay, so that's not working like I thought it was. I'll just use a brush. Just gonna like select the area first though, just so I don't. Yeah, perfect. Except for I don't want. I want this brush to be a lot smaller, boys. Hardness 100. Let's just stack. Why isn't this color going in? Oh. Seriously? Okay, cool then. Let's color you in. I'm gonna go and take a little break after this, I think, or maybe I can. Yeah, after this drawing, I think. If we get to a stage where I feel like it's a good time to leave, then I'll go and take another break. Because the problem is I can't draw for a long time because it makes my hand go into cramp. I do need to take breaks. I think so far this is going to look good, but I really need to thin this down next time. So I want these ones on next. New group will be the next part. So we have everything. Create new group. Start drawing this properly. Drawing stage. I'm gonna start working on the tip first, the needle, because the needle's normally thinner and stuff like that. So. Needle. Let's keep him the black for now. I like to use black quite a lot. So we're going to start a lot thinner this time. Okay, let's just see what that looks like so far. Yeah, it's starting to look okay. Did I? Yeah, I should have turned off floor. Let's just turn off floor and opacity for now, so I can create a nice solid line instead. Messed up again. I also got rid of the layer, which is great. I actually might just use some nice straight lines, just because straight lines can still look pretty good. Yeah, nowhere near that long this time. I'm gonna bring it in quite a bit. That is a length of 0.314, 0.6 I'm looking for. Okay, good. Obviously, once we start drawing more details, then it'll be a bit better. So I feel like I'm cheating by using the straight line tool, though. There's a hoover going on outside. Just seeing how it drew. Yeah, that looks a lot nicer for someone to hold, because obviously the character's got to hold it. I'm going to merge this all into one shape, and then I'll start colouring in with colour. I'm just going to take it at 45 and then take one across. We can there we go. Move these back into the new group. I've been going for about half an hour, but once we get the plunger put in, I'm just going to get something to eat. I know that I should be doing longer streams. It's just I do need to eat and stuff, and I haven't eaten a lot today. If you check my Twitter, that'll tell a lie, but I generally haven't eaten a lot today. Okay, this one I'm going to copy. Duplicate layer. That's fine. Plunge. But you can up there. So then I can just draw some. I want to change the position of this one though. We can talk about getting some nice lines in here. Get rid of that sketch. Okay, I think that looks quite a lot nicer now, if I do say so. I wanna merge all the shapes, rasticize the layer, select using the magic wand on a super low tolerance, like a 1. Go into a new layer. Paint you all white. That means if we get rid of this, you can't see anything anymore. I want this adding colours, not that one. Colours, I want to drag you on top. Create a new layer, put it underneath. That means when I start colouring, which is now, it'll only be inside the shape. So this part, get the brush out. Zoom nice far in. Not scroll, please, thank you. So you can't go over the top. Need to turn on floor. Just to allow myself to lessen this out slightly. Okay. Let's change colour to the darker one. I want that still a grey colour to be right at the tip, so this is my way of doing swatches. Really start to like bring that on. Okay, and then we can now switch to the grey. Then I can start to add to certain sections. So add can colour once, like every so often, like just dot around the place. You bring it on. I want it to look kind of infected, dirty, that kind of vibe. I think I've done that quite well there. Don't you think? What do you think, that awesome guy in chat, as you want me to call you for some reason? Let's start working on this sponge. I want it to be dirty towards one end. So if we start with a lighter colour up here. Start like working around here. Let's pull in the full base, the entirety of it, just so it looks like a nice kind of effect. Let's turn off floor and just be like a painting brush. Zoom out, that looks a lot cleaner. Let's get the darker colour. Not too dark, not the complete grey yet. Maybe create like a corkscrew effect to make it think that you have to, when it pushes, it'll spin slightly. How's that looking now? Problem is it looks quite blurry at the moment while we've got the grids in place. It's the annoying part about using grids. Put in a little bit of colour. Just dash it around the place. I've been watching a lot of Bob Ross recently, if you can't tell. But I can't beat the devil out of it, so... need a beta tester. I mean, I will at some point, Mikey. Right now we're just working on colours. It looks a bit rubbish on your screen because you can't see as much detail as I can, which kind of sucks. Okay. I'm gonna look at obviously all these images afterwards and eventually hate them, so probably a lot of images are subject to change yet. Let's also add a little bit of shine to that handle. So if we take that red, we take a little bit of like a slightly lighter colour, add like a zoom in this area and just give it a nice little shine. I can't. Ah, that's because of this. There we go. Yeah, I think that doesn't work very well. It's like, I think this dark doesn't work very well here. I think I'm gonna kind of just like go over the top with this darker one and then use a lighter one. Just add accents to it. Make it kind of look more 3D, more proper. Need to do something for score. Bye. Alright, see ya. Hope's on for 5 seconds. I think the stream this afternoon, because I will be doing one this afternoon, I'll be teaching some basic code. Just some basic stuff, because obviously I want people to be able to understand what I'm talking about while streaming. That is important to me. I want to take the quick selection and just be like you, select inverse, and I can just do that. You and you, select inverse, take the bucket, put it in. Take a brush. I need to get some glass effects, don't I? I need to put a nice glass window in here, because there is going to be a bar, and that's how you Juniper like you can use it multiple times depending on settings. I thought that'd be quite a little cool thing. There is going to be a document put onto Twitter. It's going to be a list of everything that I've kind of been thinking about. In fact, no, I'm going to put a question on Twitter. So if you're not following me on Twitter, go and do that. I also post it in the Discord though, so in case you just don't use Twitter or don't want to follow me, there's a Discord down below. Everybody that follows get the follower rank, sub, and you get what I mean. So I suggest you do that if you want to kind of help out in development and you want to talk about this game quite a bit more, because I do want to talk with a lot of people. So if you are interested, join the Discord. That's the best way to put it. We kind of have what we kind of want it to look like right now. Maybe if I get a new Hang on, if I get rid of this, what's it gonna look? Oh God. Okay. I forgot that's what it would look like. I'm kind of in shock. Okay. I can deal with that. That actually looks quite nice. Anyway. I'm gonna write down a list of stuff, names, item IDs in the game. Item IDs, just for me, every item image will be saved as an ID name, their item. Just so I know how to import the game properly. It just makes it a bit easier. So yeah, I'm going to set up a Google form. If you want to, Discord down below. Thank you everyone that came out. Actually, really nice to see that lots of people want to see this type of stuff on Twitch. And I'm more than happy enough to teach people basic programming and then teaching them game design. Because that is two different kettles of fish, but it works for both. So I'm going to end this. Bye bye!